Hey guys, Jason Creel. This is my response to the Fall River Get to Know You Challenge. I'm sorry I'm a little late to the party. I didn't know that someone had called me out and was asking me to do this, so I decided to participate and wanted to start with just telling you how I came about being in the lawn care business. So I grew up here in Alabama and was actually, believe it or not, valedictorian in my high school. So, maybe that tells you a little bit about the quality of public education in Alabama. But regardless, did that, went to college, got a degree in computers, and did okay in that too. But to be honest with you, when I got to college, I didn't know what I wanted to do. When I got out of college, I still didn't know what I wanted to do. But so when I got out of college, I really struggled transitioning into adulthood. Not necessarily, most of what I'm talking about is just in my career job choices. I went through probably about a 7-year period of of working really terrible jobs in low-end fields, and I had no idea I didn't know what direction to go, and I didn't know how to go about getting a job. So I have worked at Waffle House, McDonald's. I've done pest control, which I thought when I did in a big pest control company, I was picturing some old guy walking around spraying baseboards. I said, what can be so hard about that? I got in on the termite side of the company, which I didn't know at the time what that meant, but that meant crawling under houses with dead cats, snake skins, digging a trench all the way around the house, taking a big hammer drill, drilling holes in the cement, 4 hours on a typical house to do a proper termite treatment. So anyway, that lasted about 7 months. I quit that. I had a job restoring old train cars, not toy ones, but actually real train cars they were trying to restore. So more like construction work. I did data entry one time. I remember this. I had such a hard time getting a job. Okay, I didn't know what I was doing. Didn't have the skill set to go out there and interview and find people that were hiring. I didn't, my college degree in computers was very basic, so I didn't have like a specific computer skill that was, really in demand. And I got a job through a temp agency. Somebody said, "Oh yeah, I'd go through one of these temp agencies. They can get you a job." I get a job. They put me at a center of basically the downtown office for a big bank at the time. I say big, locally big, and it was I was doing data entry. So I wasn't at a branch of a bank, but at their corporate office, I guess. And I'm sitting in this cubicle. I don't even think it had internet. If it did, we couldn't use it on a daily basis. So I just sit there, and about, once every 3 hours, somebody come lay something on my desk, and I punch the numbers into the computer. I basically do an hour worth of work in an 8-hour day. They were paying me $7.50 an hour. Okay, it was one of these deals where he said, "Get your foot in the door." I hate that phrase. If you'll just get your foot in the door, we can get you a good opportunity here. $7.50 an hour. Here I am. I've got a computer degree, and I'm punching keyboards in there that you could have trained a parakeet to do. Yeah, it was ridiculous. And I said, I think it was like, yeah, if you'll just do this for 3 months, we can get you a permanent position. After 3 months, they tried to transfer me to a different department. I went in and I quit. The guy said, and I still remember this. But anyway, every week for my paycheck, I think you got paid weekly. I go get my paycheck. After taxes, you're talking $200 and something a week. And he would give me in the envelope with the check, there would be a candy bar. Okay, like a Hershey's candy bar in the envelope. I was like, I wish you'd take the candy bar back and put an extra $1 on my check. You're talking about $200 and something a week to sit there and do nothing, bored out of my mind. I'm just not that kind of person that just likes sitting around. But so anyway, after 3 months they would transfer me. I told him I quit. He said, and this is what he said. He said, I can't believe we've been paying you good money. I think he used the word good money, the phrase good money. And I'm like, $7.50 an hour? You talking good money? Yeah, it's just, anyway. I've learned from the terrible jobs I had, and there's more. I mean, I did part-time Christmas helper at UPS, riding along with the driver and running box at, at about half past dark, and you got a pit bull about to eat your leg off and that sort of thing. It's just, but just had a lot of terrible jobs. Well, through all that, I had a friend that went to, plays baseball over in Europe, and I got to go over there with him in connection with a Christian ministry, and so I went over there for 6 months, living in Europe, playing baseball, and when I came back, I had to sort of I was at a crossroads in my life where I had to make a decision what I wanted to do, and I decided at that point, I was maybe 26, 27 years old, that I needed to start taking career a little more serious, and so I wanted to get married and have a family, and so that was a big part of it. So it reminded me, I got a job selling copying machines one time. A guy told me, he said, you need to work on your ability to speak to people, to communicate, which was true. So I got a job selling copying machines, which it's just not me. I mean, what I've come to realize, I got fired in that job after about 6 months. I was not a good copying machine salesperson. And to be honest, about the only thing I'm good at selling is my lawn care service. You have to sell something you believe in, and I guess I wasn't sold on the copying machine world, which supposedly can be a good industry if you do well in that field. So when I came back from Europe playing baseball, I wanted to I wanted to have a family, but I knew I needed a decent income for the first time in my life. I think so anyway, I had heard of a guy named Dan Miller. He wrote a book called 48 Days to the Work You Love. I think I'd heard him on the Dave Ramsey show, and so I ordered 48 Days to the Work You Love. Is a notebook at the time. You can get it as a hardback book on Amazon, but that book basically taught me, actually I had this book before, I got this before I went to Europe, but it taught me how to go about getting a job. Well, then I ordered 48 Days to Creative Income from Dan Miller, and basically it's a roadmap on how to start a business. It got me thinking like an entrepreneur, and so me not knowing what else I could do, I decided to start a lawn care business, and I didn't have a lot of experience. I had worked a summer job. This is something I did in high school, working at a wastewater sewage plant. So anyway, I had a lot of jobs. But point is, I started to start this lawn care business, and I did, and it went well from the beginning. And I was making more money than I'd ever made, enjoying being able to work for myself, just the whole aspect of running a business, and it quickly started to escalate. Well, 5 years into that business, I sold the business, kept a small portion of it for another 2 years, and then I decided to move from where I was living in Montgomery, Alabama, up north of Birmingham, closer to where I'm from. And so I sold the remainder of that second business and then moved up here, started Alabama Lawn Pros, and now am focusing primarily on weed control and fertilization. So this is my third year with Alabama Lawn Pros, and things are going well. So a little bit personally, I've alluded to Christian faith, so that shapes a lot of who I am and how I think and the way I try to lead my family. As far as hobbies, I really like having a business, to be honest with you. I would consider this YouTube channel somewhat of a hobby. I've been on YouTube a little over 5 years, and have really come to enjoy this and to being a part of this. I'm from Alabama, so of course we follow Alabama football a lot. So I do that. I like to watch baseball. I'm actually a Philadelphia Phillies fan. My mom is from Pennsylvania, and I've grown up a Phillies fan. I like, in my spare time, if I get time off to do something, I like to go fishing, and I like to play golf. Those are sort of the two hobbies that I do. I don't really watch much TV other than sports, and I can watch whatever for that, but don't watch a whole lot of TV, to be honest with you. But I don't know what else to say, but that's basically me in a nutshell. And I hope to continue to grow the channel here. Hope to continue to grow my own personal business. So when I saw this Get to Know You challenge, I guess, like I said, I think I was a little bit late to the party. So I was finding all these other people who had already done this, and I don't know if there's a whole lot left that have not. So I had to do a little research to find some people to call. So I've got a list here of 3 guys, and I might send them a message and let them know that, you know, if they want to do a video, that they can do that also. So here we go. Josh's Lawn Care, Kyle's Lawn Care, and JNC Lawn Care. So I looked all 3 of those guys up on their channel. I didn't see a video like this, and I may send them a message, and maybe we can keep the Get to Know You challenge rolling a little bit longer. So anyway, hope this helped you to get to know me a little better if that's something you wanted to do. Thanks.